Flash and the Fundamentals. Two complete opposites solve the world.
He wants everybody to know my name is Don. It is not Donald.
Donald is a duck at Disney.
Don't worry about your phone, man.
I'm going to turn it off.
I know, but he's not going to.
And
so
I'm not going to
turn.
If my phone rings, I'm going to answer.
Right.
Good.
Yeah. This is the real world, I guess.
Okay.
And here's that. Put that right there. All right. So we're going to start this up. Good morning. Good afternoon. Now.
Oh, we're rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling. And
So you got all that pre-roll stuff that I didn't want on tape.
every single time.
I know where you live.
This is Don full of love. He is Flash.
That is me. And I just left the golf course. The real one.
And he's going to forget to introduce the second half of the show.
Oh, I'm sorry. And that's Adam Contras. And he's obviously the
The
fundamental.
fundamentals of this shit. And then with us today is Jed Mills, who I'm going to call him Splash because he lets my kids play jump around in his pool. And
His
so,
name is Jed.
His name's Jed.
Get there. Jedediah?
Jedediah.
It is Jedediah.
Wow.
Right?
Jedediah. I know only one other Jedediah.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Really?
I don't know. What, from like Bonanza or some shit?
Jedediah Clampett?
Oh, Clampett. Jed Clampett. I never knew the full name. I know Jed Clampett.
Jedediah.
Jedediah. Yep. Oh, there's one other Jedediah was on the show with forget it. It'll come to me later.
Okay.
Jedediah, he was
78.
the guy who played Jedediah on the Clampett had another show. He was a cop.
Oh.
What's his name?
Well, that was Buddy Ebsen.
But and his assistant was Jedediah in that show.
Oh, see, there's a nexus for
Yeah, there
everything
you
in
go.
show
There you go.
business.
Absolutely.
Wow. The reason we're having this man on is because...
Can you see me?
Yes, Don.
Clearly.
I have lit for you before.
There's no light.
I know. No, but see, I know what I'm doing.
All right,
I
just
know what I'm
making
doing.
sure.
I've seen his movie, by the way, and you're in it. And I saw you pretty well, actually. A couple of times he was.
What are you gonna
do? The lighting was better on him, but
Yeah.
mostly.
Well, when it's live...
Story of my life.
No. When I could control it, I can make you look fine. But if it's in the wild, shit I can do, man. I had to lighten you up on the
So
poster.
it's pretty dark in here, so we can see me pretty
No,
good.
you're pretty good. Yeah, I'm not concerned
Be
about it.
better if you didn't have
I'm
that big.
relying on Adam.
I got him. I
I'm
got this.
relying on
What's that
Adam.
thing on your hat, by the way? What is that?
You just told
Is that a
us.
spoon?
This
That's the marker.
this is a divot repair tool.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
This is a divot repair tool, and this is a ball marker, and it has a $sign on
You see
it
it?
because I win money from these asses.
Are those diamonds?
Did
Are
you
those-
today?
I
those
won.
diamonds?
money.
Yeah. Well,
No, those aren't diamonds. Those are called diamonds.
Diamonds. Okay.
Yes.
So okay, then,
Let me
then I
hang
don't
on.
want it.
Uh-huh. No, you
Um,
don't.
Yeah.
Anyway, the reason Jed Mills is here is, first of all, I find it interesting that you and I are about 18 years apart. You and him are about 18 years apart. We're kind of covering some ground here in show business.
This shit is generational.
It's kind of generational. Yeah, exactly. You could be my dad. He could be your dad. It's kind of
I
cool.
mean, your granddad.
You could be my granddad.
How old are you now?
I'm almost 43.
I'll give you your granddad.
Yeah,
time.
it could happen.
She had to be young, but
Yeah, it would happen.
Like,
Well, shit, you guys would have to be 18, Hell, I had a pregnancy scare when I was 17. Anything could have happened.
None of this can happen.
Anyway, you also are, the reason I love both of you guys is that you have done all these things in the business, but you happen to be known for something kind of silly that doesn't have much to do with what you're capable of, and I've always loved that story. And
The future is not silly.
right, this
I don't.
I thought
it's
he
a little
wasn't-
silly.
I thought he wasn't going to talk a lot.
Right, he won't. The funny thing, this man is known. He killed Joe Pesci in Casino.
Somebody had a door. It was just-
Right.
Did you hear that? Do it.
Somebody
you hear
had
that?
to do
Do
it.
it. Somebody has to do it.
And the reason I know that he killed Joe Pesci in Casino was because within the first 30 seconds of meeting him, he told me I killed Joe Pesci in Casino. And I loved that. I was like, this motherfucker doesn't care. He's like, this is what I
So
did.
for all of you who don't really have a clear understanding of what Casino was, take a look, and at Joe Pesci's demise,
He had a
take a
baseball
look.
bat. And he was not going to be terrorized.
by
And
no
he,
gangster.
exactly.
You know where I learned that little trick of telling people right away?
What?
Frankie Vincent taught me that.
And why did he teach you that?
Well, it's what he did. He would tell me stories about things he did in one movie or another, and he said, and he was a wonderful actor.
Right?
Because he was, in fact, the reason I know that is because he told me that time
Put it
after
over here.
time. he would say, I was in this movie in Goodfellas, you know, and I did all that, and they told me I was wonderful in that movie.
Right.
And I was really wonderful. And he told me about 9 stories where he was wonderful.
Yeah.
So I know he was a wonderful actor.
There you go. You got to make sure they know.
They got to know.
And now Don is now checking a video camera at his house. He's got Ring.
No,
So
no,
anytime-
that's a text. The Ring is a different.
Okay, well, I'll let you know. But yes, every single time he gets anything, he couldn't possibly spend 40 minutes without being on his phone.
Can't do it.
I swear to you, he's worse than any millennial I've ever seen with their phone. I don't know what to say.
Now, I can't bring him in my show because I no phones allowed during rehearsal.
Well, I will never be on your show.
Well, he runs an improv show. It's a little different. It's like an actual show. Like,
I could have him as a guest one.
probably on stage you
Yeah.
might turn off your phone, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
with the cameras roll. Okay. Anyway, he's got to stay connected. He's a very important person if you didn't realize.
Have a presidential run coming up in 2020.
Yes.
yeah? Oh.
Re-elect or elect Mayor Gold or President Goldie Wilson.
What do you have to lose?
Right, no shit. that is better than Make America Great Again. What do you have to lose? Can't get much worse. So we have a bunch of shit to talk about. The one thing I want to do, make sure before we end this, I want you guys to tell a good Hollywood story. I'm wearing my Sopranos shirt because I have one really nice story about James Gandolfini on the set of The Sopranos. It's really funny, and I'm sure in your years anybody you want can go last. That'll be Don, obviously, but I think they out there always appreciate random stories like that, and we got a bazillion of them because we've been doing this forever. That being said, we should probably mention Trump and what happened this week because it was the most pivotal week of his presidency. And when we started this, we wondered. When we started this in January, and we wondered what the hell was going to be by the end of this year. What was going to happen, right? And now Cohen going down and Manafort going down. Those are some big ones. Don, what the fuck, man? What are you
Okay, so first of all, I'm able to multitask. I hear you with this ear. I'm waiting for him to respond so I can hear with this ear. There's nothing to look at except this. Continue.
I look for your insight into what. Anyway,
As
it is
if
a hell
I'm
of a
not
week.
hearing you in this ear.
So go on with the Trump thing you were
But
saying.
I expected everybody to go, oh yeah, I can't believe A, B, and C. But the reason this is a big deal is because we finally have some legal connection to
First
what
of all,
Trump
it's not a
did.
big deal.
Okay. He's just an unindicted co-conspirator.
First
It
of all,
happens to all
it's
of them.
it's just another thing. He's been able to avoid all.
Oh, he will
things.
avoid this one. Yeah, no, I have no problem with that. Go ahead.
This is-
There are legal nuances
Mm-hmm.
that the regular public doesn't understand. That's what that crazy mumbo jumbo that Rudy Giuliani is talking. He's talking legal nonsense.
But he's also talking like this is the only thing. Yeah, if a campaign finance violation was Trump's biggest legal hurdle, I would say you're right. He's going to get out of it. But we clearly know that campaign finance violation is not Trump's biggest legal hurdle. So this is the beginning.
no,
Okay,
this is
fine.
his,
It's going to be like the Russians gave him money for some real estate holdings. We're going to find that out. That's not a big secret.
It'll keep going. Go
That's
ahead.
not a big secret.
This is his I can shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and it's still vote for me thing. You know, it's no matter what you do with this, they're gonna.
That's because they were so sick of the black guy.
Well, I can't argue with
I don't
that.
know. I kind of like them.
What we all do.
Well, no, because
We do.
all of the people.
I loved him. So that's another story.
Yeah.
And not because he was black. And he was only half black, but that doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck? Who's counting? So
Nobody
go on.
paid attention to the whites.
Yeah,
They
they
did not.
certainly did not. You got any black in you, you're
You're
black.
black.
Yeah, that's how that works.
That's right. I'm Italian.
Right.
My mother was Italian.
You are Italian.
I'm Italian.
Yeah, every bit of you is Italian.
Every bit of it.
That's why you look like Tony Terresti.
Tony Terresti.
You obviously don't watch Power.
No, I don't.
For those of you that watch Power, is this Tony Terresti or what? Now, let the answers
Okay,
fulfill it.
we'll see.
Okay. I usually get somebody else who's not Italian. I usually get an Englishman.
Well, no, Tony Terresti doesn't look
He
Italian.
doesn't look Italian. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Tommy's father,
Well, no, it's interesting.
and he's a made man.
You feel you look more Italian when your hair was darker, or like when you go gray, you changed to
I have a
English?
twin sister. She looks Italian. I
Right.
look English. And to compare to my opinion,
Right.
and people think I look like Anthony Hopkins all the
Right,
time.
right.
I get that. I don't get Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
I get Anthony Hopkins. So I don't think I look Italian. I know Italians. My cousins are Italian.
Right.
They're dark. They have brown eyes. They have dark hair. They talk like that. You know what I'm talking about?
You know,
they're
before,
Italian.
Before I got a perm, I was always considered Sicilian.
Well, you know this from
What?
You know about the
What?
Sicilians, right?
I know a lot about.
But you know about the
Sicilians.
story that Dennis Hopper tells in True Romance to
Let's
Christopher
hear
Walken.
it. Let's hear it.
Well, Christopher Walken is talking to Dennis
be
Hopper,
damned.
trying to get some information from him, and Dennis Hopper says he tells him some shit, and Chris says, I'm Sicilian. He says, I'm Sicilian. We Sicilians are the biggest liars in the world. He says we know when somebody's lying. And Hopper says, "Wait, you're Sicilian?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "Well, you know about the Sicilians, right? They're half niggers. What are you talking about?" He says, "Yeah, the Moors came over to Sicily." And
Wasn't me.
Awkward.
I'm just quoting the fucking
It
dialogue.
was a movie. It
Yeah.
wasn't me.
It was a great scene, and so you're half Italian.
And this
I
is
get
what
it.
I deal with all the time.
I'm not using the word as an adverb.
And I don't hate him at all because he seems really, really cool.
He's more progressive than you are, but I have a side ache because I laughed too hard right there.
He has a cramp.
I am a radical liberal
Woo!
on every note. So anyhow, that's the story about that. You got to see the scene. It's a beautiful scene.
So I have to see the
You
scene
do. You should see the scene
to avoid the mayhem.
You should see. Actually, you should see the movie. It's terrific.
And again, which movie was this? Because I got lost in the whole.
True Romance, Christian
Whole
Slater.
nigger part. That kind of made my head
Whoa.
go so
Whoa. I'm quoting. You're saying the word. It's a different story.
No, I was quoting them.
And again.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, bleed.
This is why the fucking takes a knee.
Take it on. Yes.
Hey, I could have said the N word, but there's no pussies here. Come on.
No, really. No, I love it. I love the fact that you was
Personally,
real
I don't
with
think
it,
it's a bad word. I
Well,
think.
now we may have an issue with that one.
No, in terms of words, it's a word. Well, of course, it's a bad word.
Is it hot?
In a derogatory sense, of course, it's a bad word. Yeah. But the
So
word is
let me
right.
ask you a question from an Italian point of view. So if I was to look at you and say, "Man, you're a good-looking Wop Guinea," would that be okay?
Thank you very much.
Had
There
to
was a
think
pause.
about it.
I had to think about the WAP part, and I don't know where the
I think
Guinea
is that the same? Is that is like the is that like the same?
But I
band
didn't call you a good-looking N guy, did I?
Now it's an N guy.
Well, because that would be him actually saying it.
Yeah.
He was quoting a movie.
Oh,
I was quoting it. The
and
actual,
this guy is not even a lawyer. He's good. He's
Come on,
not
dude.
even a lawyer.
He's good.
We did. Listen, a couple months ago we did the thing. I always say I don't use that term. It just never happens. But if we're talking about someone who did, I feel stupid saying N-word because now I'm just making you think it. I don't have the fucking balls to say it myself.
So when you see black guys on like the news shows or whatever, and he says like, "Well, he said the N-word," do you think that's totally corny and hokey?
Yes. Fucking say it. Like, I mean, that's my anything in a
That's what I'm
derogatory.
talking
Right,
about.
right. That's
It's a
frustrating.
word.
It's a word.
It depends on how you
Yeah.
use it.
But I also do like.
Connotation.
I also do like that black people
And
can say, "No,
inflation.
you don't get to say it," and then watch you squirm. I kind of dig that. I like seeing white people go, "Well, the N. I don't want to say, and in their fucking bedrooms they're screaming it."
I grew up with black guys.
Right.
And I was considered one of them. So,
Right. You were
and-
born in
and I knew a lot of
1941,
Ita-
am I right?
And I grew up with Italian guys.
Different time.
I grew up with Italian guys, and I despised them. All those fucking guys who are wannabe wise guys.
Right, right.
Pigs, cowards, stupid people. Not my kind of person.
Right.
Okay. Anyhow, it's another story.
You realize this lives on the internet forever.
Yeah. This is it. This might be the last.
There's only one Italian person that I care about.
Who's that?
My mom, and she's gone.
Oh.
So.
Well,
I used to care about
your
my-
poor fucking sister.
So where do we go? We go.
My
Salud.
sisters are
Salud.
radical liberals. So
Okay.
Salud.
Salud. All right, that's a good segue into the story about Mr. Tony Soprano, Mr. James Gandolfini. One of my top 5 moments in life, other than kids and marriage and all that shit. I got to be on the set of the last season of The Sopranos. Got to be an extra. No big deal. I was in New York anyway. My manager helped me. I got me into the Bada Bing. I got to be somebody in the Bada Bing. I'm also
Were the chicks really naked?
Yes, they were. But they were really weird about it. Like, they were naked for like the 3 seconds they were shooting, and then ropes. You know, like they had to be, and it's funny because
That means they weren't real strippers.
no, they were real strippers, and they were annoyed by it. No,
Annoyed by what? The covering up?
It's a union thing. Like they're trying to, there's somebody on set that makes sure they, cover. And then they had to, for Lifetime, they did one where they put pasties on so they shot it a couple times, so forth. But
What's a pasty?
It covers the nipples.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
so, right.
It's like fucking.
Oh, okay, I'm
bro.
sorry. I should have known you knew that.
Yeah, you caught it. So like no, there'd be girls sitting on the side of the bar, and they'd be like, they would be kind of open because they're just doing their fucking job, and somebody would come over and say no, and they'd be like,
Because they're used to being
because
strippers,
they're strippers, and you're there all
and
day.
they want them to be nude actors.
Yeah. And it's amazing how not sexual it is. Like, you're sitting there looking, and they're saying that the direction is literally ogle the stripper, and so you're supposed to,
Is it ogle, oogle, or ogle?
it's ogle. He said ogle. You say eagle, I say ogle. We say oogle. Let's call it ogle. Right. So it was a little odd. Anyway, so missing the point. I'm the world's first and longest video blogger. I'm on the fucking set of The Sopranos.
Wow, you really say that all the time?
No, I'm explaining what happens. I am the first video blogger. I'm on the set of the last season of The Sopranos, which, if you remember, was like super secret. People from The Inquirer were getting onto the set, and they were writing stories about what happens. Like, it was this super secret, tight, nobody can know how The Sopranos ends. I was like
I still don't get it.
Don't get what?
How it ended. I don't really
He
understand
got
it.
shot, dude. That's
Really, that's what you believe.
no, I'm an editor. I see
Don't
how it
stop
was edited.
believing.
Yeah, I know.
Okay?
Dude, it was shot. It went to 10 seconds of black. They show who did it. Like, it's very clear what happened.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's
Okay.
not clear.
Okay.
I never saw the show. I never watched the show.
Okay.
Because I grew up with these guys.
It's
and I
not
le-
clear to me.
Okay.
He thinks he knows everything.
I'm sorry.
Read his Facebook pages. He's a real know-it-all.
Can we
but
get-
I don't
get to
really
the fucking
think
point?
that Tony Soprano got shot.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I was going to say that I've heard that it's an unclear ending.
Yeah.
It's not clear.
Whatever it is,
But-
the ending
Yeah,
is going to be what it is because there ain't going to be no more alternative.
Right, yeah. When
ending.
you get shot in the head and the whole life goes black, it's pretty unclear what happened to you. That's the point.
So the person
He can be such a
so anyhow,
lovable
tell us-
asshole.
Yeah, no, dude.
So you were saying.
I'm sorry.
People
I'm
saw
right,
it.
but dude, point of view editing. If you break the scene down,
So he's saying
it went
point
from,
of view editing
Right.
for those of us who just enjoy the art. He's breaking it
I
down
do enjoy
to
the art.
a business form.
Anyway, they cut to Tony's point of view, then they cut to the outside point of view, and then they do it over and over.
How come it
and
has to be
over
him that
and
got
over.
shot? How come it can't be somebody in his party
Because
that got
in the
shot?
rhythm of the edit, when it was time for Tony's
The
point of view,
rhythm edit-
it went
edit.
black for 10 seconds. They made it very clear what happened.
I
And
ask you, America, if
Fuck.
you buy into that Adam Contras bullshit.
So, it was the last season of the goddamn Sopranos.
Did you see how he got loud?
I snuck a video camera onto the set. I
Ooh.
put it in my jacket.
I don't know if that's
And I
grounds for
started videotaping.
prosecution or not.
Hang on.
Too late now.
So I started videotaping the whole thing. I would sit there at the bar. Tony's up there with them, and I'm just...
Because he does that.
Right. Because I'm like, oh my god, this is
If you're
excited.
ever around Adam,
Um,
look for all his fingers.
Yeah.
Because he's shooting. Promise.
So I think I'm being a badass, and I've gotten a couple of it's little seconds at a time, but enough to show what's going on because I'm sitting in the show. I'm at the Bada Bing. All the gangsters are acting like the gangsters, hanging out, playing around, and I'm just like, this is like a really HD version of watching the fucking Sopranos. Oh my god, I'm a huge fan, and I'm thinking I'm being smart, hanging on.
I thought they shot that in New York.
They did. I was in New York.
Oh.
Right. So that part was in Lodi, New Jersey. So Lodi.
Lodi.
I don't know, Lodi.
Lodi's
Lodi.
California.
Yeah.
Lola.
Well, no, it's New Jersey.
Well, there's a Lodi, California.
Yeah. I'm probably is it as seedy as the Lodi, New Jersey?
Probably.
Yeah.
Not. It's a little younger.
So anyway, I'm just I wasn't always recording. I just kept it rolling, and whenever I could think of it, I knew I would edit it later. So I'm looking up, and I look over, and Tony, James Gandolfini, he's up about this high, and he I see him go like this.
Ooh,
And I went,
To you?
oh yeah.
Oh, for your
Busted.
shooting?
He stared me down,
busted.
stare at me, and he does a big no. And I went, okay. And I waited for him to
And
stop.
they didn't kick you out?
Wait. Man, let me tell a fucking story.
You're one of those people that tells a long ass
But this
story.
is a good goddamn story.
But it's too
So-
long
so I had-
for short
because you-
attention deficit
Because
disorder
some
people.
motherfucker is
Longer.
interrupting me every goddamn 30 seconds.
Because you're like a roller coaster.
Anyway, so I'm waiting for him to like not fucking look at me anymore, and he's staring me down. And this is where it's interesting. I'm like,
you're
going.
lucky he didn't kick you out.
I'm like, I'm gonna go to jail, right?
No, you
And-
just got kicked out.
Ooh, more
And they
than
done broke your phone up.
yeah. So I'm waiting, and he keeps staring at me, and then he does this, looks at me like this, says something to the director, comes right back to me, and I don't lose eye contact. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not gonna pussy. Like, it is what it is. I'm telling him I'm done. We're good. And I realized at that moment, like, this is real life. I know actors have acted with him before, and he gets killed or he gets something awful happens, but it's fake. And then they say, yo, cut, and everybody's cool. This is some real shit that's happening. And it's him dressed as Tony at the Bada Bing fucking getting me. And so I wait,
And then they kill you.
Right, this was intense. I'm like, I'm going to jail.
The guitar
I'm
player may
secretly
kill you.
recording. So they call for extras to go back to holding. I jump out. I run out the door. I take the camera, take the tape, I put it in my sock. I take another tape, I put it in the camera. Right? I fucking go into the bathroom, and I'm doing all this shit, and I notice my hands. And I took video. I have video of my hands, literally. I'm losing it. And I wait. I'm like, here it comes. They're obviously gonna take me out. I'm in trouble. I wait. Nothing happens. I wait 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. They call for the fucking extras to come back. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck? I'm waiting. This scene, Tony's walking in to the Bada Bing. They go to get, they need somebody to be next to him and cross with him. They fucking pick me. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So they have just me and James stand at where the door's
And
open.
he's already seen you taping this
And
shit.
he's like this. And I'm like this. And I'm looking up. And I have to go first. And he's preparing for, to be... And he hasn't fucking said anything. And I'm like, dude, is he never going to say anything? I'm pissing my fucking pants. I do the scene. We do it over and over and over and over. I walk first. And then he comes in and, I wait. Nothing happens. They finally wrap. People are shaking his hand. And I have the balls to go up to him and go, it's really nice working with you. And he looked at me like, really? Like, are you really shaking my hand right
Yeah,
now?
you little smarmy.
You fucking bitch. But it was fucking Tony Soprano. And he walked away. He never told anybody. I never got in trouble. I put the footage on YouTube. Nobody ever said anything. To this day, you can go on YouTube and find the footage of me on this.
Again, as I state, Adam
How do you find
Conscious
it?
is
Oh,
always
I'll
fucking
link it to
shooting.
you.
Always.
That's amazing.
Amazing. How nice of him to not put me in jail.
Conscious's
A quick
presence,
nexus.
know that you're being
It's
filmed.
not true.
Trust, he just told you
If
the
that
story.
was true, you'd be in jail. Go ahead.
In the movie that I was trying to get you to tell you about to watch,
Yes.
True Romance, Patricia Arquette kills him in the movie with her hands.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
I would even break the law. What are you talking about?
Never. Go ahead. Do you have any?
Kiki, are you with me? What the Kiki
I love you,
challenge?
brother. I love you, man.
I'm not telling you.
You have no stories for him.
I had him, but I'm not telling
Yeah.
this guy.
Um,
I love you. Don't get me wrong.
that's one of my favorite Hollywood stories. That
No, I have a
just
story.
because he was a good guy and could have like this gotten me arrested. Like
well,
no problem.
I don't know if he
Like,
could get you arrested. He could have gotten you kicked
to
off.
illegally tape. Do you know how illegal it is to tape
Oh, yeah,
a
I get it,
set?
yeah.
Are you fucking?
No,
John
I
Ritter
don't know.
did that to me. God rest his soul.
John Ritter did what?
A couple of friends of mine, when we were back in the early days of our career, sneaking on the movie lots and just we snuck into Three's Company at CBS, and we're just walking around
Dude,
CBS.
by the
We
way,
go-
John Ritter's a hero.
We
of
go
mine.
we go to Joyce DeWitt's dressing room, the door's open, and we walk by and we're like, and it's like three black dudes in 19 whatever that was,
Yeah, in 78, 79.
whatever it was like. And then we walk by and we go, it was Suzanne Summers' dressing room. Like, we were doing auditions, so we knew how to get on the lot from
Right.
having auditions. So you don't leave, just go on to
Keep
the
going.
stage.
I've done the same thing.
And we passed by John Ritter's dressing room. We're just at CBS not Studio C, CBS Beverly, not Radford, CBS on Beverly.
Oh,
CBS.
Beverly,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
Fairfax.
Television City.
Yeah.
Television
Yeah.
City. We're in there. We're just going around, and we pass by John Ritter. John Ritter's not helping that shit. John Ritter goes, and we keep going. The next thing we know, here come three guys with suits on.
Right.
You guys need to come this way.
Right.
And they kicked us off the
Yeah.
lot. That's my Hollywood story.
That's a good one. That's a good story, especially because if you saw my face, I'm like, that was like
And then
my
and then
favorite
year,
show in
and
the
then
world.
years later, I was the announcer for the Teen Choice Awards, and John Ritter was one of the presenters, and he's backstage with me in my vocal booth, and we're kicking it
Right.
with him and my son and me. I got pictures of it, and then he died shortly thereafter.
Yeah, 03. I'll never forget it. September
That was the
03.
Teen Choice Awards. I did the Teen Choice Awards in 03. I was the announcer for the Teen Choice. It was the year Kobe had the rape charge.
Yeah. It's funny how we remember things. Yeah, when Kobe had the rape charge. Yeah, do you ever have any interactions with Ritter? John Ritter?
Only because a friend of mine, one of the guys in my company, Peter Riegert, was friends with him.
Uh-huh.
So we
Peter
hung
Riegert,
out.
that name makes that. I see that name in a credit. Peter Riegert.
Done a bunch of movies.
Who was the nicest, most surprising guy that you weren't sure was going to be a good guy, but ended up being kind of a good
Peter
guy?
O'Toole. I mean, when I did my favorite year, my friend Phil Bruns. Let's go hang out with one night. We're not doing anything. Everybody's in their dressing rooms, and Phil Bruns said, "Let's go hang out with Peter." I said, "Peter who?" He said, "Peter O'Toole." I said, "You can't just go hang out with Peter O'Toole. He's a fucking major movie star." He said, we're old friends." So
Right.
I went, knocked on the door opens up, and Peter says, "Motherfuckers, come on in." There's a glass of
Peter
glass
was-
of gin in his hand and ice, and you could see it. And you get inside, and Phil Bruns and he went to RADA together back in the 50s. So they were friends ever since.
Yeah.
Whenever O'Toole would come into town, he had a key to Phil's apartment on Rossmore. He'd go wake him up in the middle of the night, "Come on, motherfucker, we're going out." And they would go do all these kinds of things.
Peter
Great.
O'Toole waking you up in the middle of the night to go clubbing.
Clubbing, flying, the most amazing things. Phil would start a story about the hijinks, the shenanigans they would do. 3 sentences into a story, Peter would take over. I call him Peter.
Me and Pete.
And
Pete.
Peter would then address me, because it's only the three of us, face to face, practically forehead to forehead. I bent over the counter. He said, "Motherfuckers," one story after another, spittle coming down on my face, and I'm saying, "It's Peter O'Toole. I just never washed my face again." Why would I ever want to do that?
Yeah.
And for 4 fucking hours.
Wow.
Peter O'Toole, what
4
a
fucking
fucking hours.
Yes. Yes.
Don't
fake
curse.
microphone, but yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't have to tell everybody.
Everybody
Okay.
knows.
It was
Too
it was
honest.
an amazing night. It was like one of the highlights of my life,
Right.
and one of the many as an actor in this.
Yeah, there are moments in where you go, I got to hang out in the locker room with Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
I sat there for hours with him.
Yeah.
I recorded the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a little documentary online of me hanging out with Michael Jordan, and you know, at some point, I was 19, 20 years old, but I knew I kind of had a beer with Babe Ruth. Like, even at that time.
I hung out with Mike Tyson
Well,
at Jerry Buss's house, which was Pick Fair, back in the 80s.
the fuck are you doing at Jerry Buss's house?
Because I knew Jerry Buss had a whole little crew of young black artists that would bring females around.
Yeah, he did.
And Jerry liked
Yeah, he
young
did.
girls. And I remember being at a party at Jerry Buss's house when he owned Pick Fair, the mansion that has now been torn down that Douglas Fairbanks and Mary Pickford
There you
built.
They tore that down.
Yeah, it was torn down. A developer came in and torn down. And
Made a McMansion or made
to
something silly.
Well, it's not a McMansion. 'cause
Right, now it's a Mama Mansion.
It's a mansion neighborhood.
Right.
But I remember being down in the game room at this and going like, holy crap, I'm at Jerry Buss's house. This is Pick Fair. And this is Mike Tyson. He's shorter than me. His neck is a little wider than most people.
A little.
But perhaps I could take him. Perhaps I was drinking too much.
The most powerful boxer I've
What kind
ever
of-
I met him when he was the champ, and we were in Jerry Buss's house, and I'm looking at him like, "You're the champ? Okay, you're wider than
You
me
didn't.
No, I
You're
didn't say-
thinking this
I
shit.
never said that. Are you stupid?
Right.
I'm thinking this. I'm going like, wow, I've seen Muhammad Ali. He's
Right.
like this, and I'm
Yeah.
scared of him. I've seen George Foreman.
Right.
He's like
He's
this. He's
huge.
massive.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah, but
you're the champ?
you remember Tyson.
And if I had said, you're the champ, I will fuck you up. I would
Right,
knock
yeah.
you out right now. I just went like, hey, champ.
I was a big boxing fan back then. I remember the thing about Tyson was this. It was like a rocket. He
Dude,
would just
He was the thickest.
boom. I mean, that
He was the
he
thickest
was so
powerhouse.
powerful.
He was a powerhouse. And I'm talking trash because I met him. The only
Right.
reason because he was shorter than
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
But everything else,
Oh God,
his neck went from here to here.
it was just so fast.
His neck went from here to here, dude. His shoulders, I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great. I had lunch with OJ.
He's like, yeah, that's great.
I had lunch
with.
with
Why did you have lunch with OJ? What year?
I wasn't invited.
All right.
Okay, I
But
had
it
an
was
audition. He was doing a movie called Blue Eyes or something like that. He
pre '94, post '94.
Pre.
Okay.
Gotta be
because you're kind of
there is no post.
no, there is now.
Not filmed.
Not filmed. So I'm just saying because there's a lot of fucking people that are like, oh, I'm hanging out with OJ and you're an asshole because it's 2018. Go ahead.
So I get to, I can't remember where it was. It was one of the studios. I went to every one of them. I can't remember where this one was. So I have an audition to, he's doing a movie, Blue Eyes something, was the title of the film. He plays Private
OJ.
Eye.
Oh, OJ.
Private Eye. So I get there and he's having lunch. And I said, well, they said, Mr. He's having lunch. And I said, oh, okay. I got there on time. He comes out and he says, anybody here? And I said, oh, Jeff Mills is here. I said, come on inside. I came inside and they just got all this food laid out. He says, you hungry? I said, sit down, we'll have some fun. Yeah. So I had lunch with him and did the audition.
That's crazy.
Sweetest man.
The sweetest man I've ever met.
Love
You
it.
never know.
So first of all,
Right.
his title is a misnomer.
Whose title?
The title that he just gave you. The real title is called Cocaine and Blue Eyes.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah!
God, I was actually doing research.
Really? Okay.
Cocaine
Yeah,
and Blue Eyes.
I said I couldn't
Now
remember. I
it
don't forget.
makes sense.
Yeah, we understand.
Now I know it was Blue Eyes something. but I
Right.
couldn't
He just
remember.
left that part out.
cocaine.
Yeah, that cocaine
But I
part.
have
yeah.
a cocaine story too.
Yeah, well, dude, I have a DeLorean. You think I don't have a couple? By the way, real quick, let me say a thank you to OhioTimeMachineRental.com, who is our sponsor for this. Maybe this is the time to plug some shit before we forget, because we could talk for 5 hours and we only got 8 minutes left. OhioTimeMachineRental.com, if you are in the Central Ohio area and you'd like a DeLorean time machine, don't forget to talk to DeLoreanTimeMachineRental.com. They don't give me any copy, so I make it up every fucking time.
There you go.
Yeah. He's actually coming out next week. I'm going to be
What city?
Ohio, Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus, Ohio.
Go Bucks. Hey, look,
You know what?
if you're in Columbus, Ohio, 1025. You got to listen to 1025. It's my
First
old
of all,
radio station.
You know what? This dude really, because it's his bar, he
Bucks.
really just like steps on lines. I
Step on lines. Thank you. I have a witness. I step on lines. This motherfucker.
But he does it quietly.
He does.
And because
Yeah.
he does it so quietly,
Yeah, but
you
everybody's
stop
looking at
talking.
him anyway because he's the mayor. I'm sorry.
He's good at it. Yeah.
Columbus people, all I wanted to say was go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
You see what happened? Go Bucks.
Go Bucks. He got that. Anyway, you, real quick so we can push what you're doing. You're doing an improv group.
I am doing. I was in an improv company called War Babies. You
War
may have
Babies.
heard of it back in the 70s and 80s.
Very big.
We were like one of the primo companies on the planet. Then when there were only 5 improv
I thought
companies.
that was the children of Vietnam. My bad.
War babies.
No,
that was kind of the point.
yeah,
I
that,
think
but
they
that
were
was an
making
improv. That's not why we called ourselves.
Why did you call yourself War
It's a
Babies?
secret. If I tell you, I have to kill you.
Fuck you. You're gonna die soon.
Okay, I'll
Come
tell-
on, let's
I'll
do it
tell
the
you.
internet.
Okay, we were already a group. We were working out. We haven't performed anywhere. A friend calls us up and says, I can put you in this place to actually perform. What do you call yourselves?" We said, "We'll call you back in a few minutes." 20 minutes later, we came up with the name War Babies, and people would say, "You guys are political?" I said, "No, we're comedy." You know?
Right.
So anyhow, so I was in War Babies for 15 years. We
Right.
did 5,000 performances all up and down the East Coast. Award-winning ensemble players. Each actor got awards for our comedy shit. But this is the group that I've just created.
And by the way, I'll put a graphic up. You don't have to. I'm going to put the graphic up on the screen editor.
Good. Okay.
Good. So out of the box.
Out of the Box Improv Company. I am the creator, producer, director, host of it. I also improvise in the show, and it's at one Wednesday night, every Wednesday except for the second Wednesday of every month in North Hollywood. It's
what's the place?
It's called Vittorio's Italian Ristorante, but actually it's got a big room. It's very much like a nightclub.
But can I go there and eat some chicken parm?
You can order food and drinks while you watch the show.
Oh, I like this.
Yes.
I like this. He keeps asking me to come, but it's on a Wednesday fucking night at 7:30.
You can have dinner. Yes.
The problem is I got children.
Yeah.
They go to bed at 8. It's kind of hard. Our date night's on a Friday. It's very difficult for me to get in. This motherfucker's watching something with sound right now.
Babysitters.
Hashtag hackerish.
What the fuck are
Golf
you
like you've
watching?
never seen it before.
What are you watching?
My new show. Hashtag hackerish.
Your new show? We're on our new show.
We have lots of shows.
Well, I just did my new show. It's only fair, but I didn't have any sound. I
got Michael Ralph over here in my ear. Come on, dude. Why are you watching your own golf shit? We got 7 more minutes.
Wait a minute.
Hey, you guys were talking a lot of stuff.
I was giving him a second.
What?
Was I boring you?
No, not at all. I was hearing you with this ear. I was hearing him with that ear, and I was taking in everything with my eyes.
Which ear was watching your own video of yourself?
The audio that's in my eyes.
Out of my eyes. Okay.
You want to guest on my show?
Yeah.
You want to guest?
Did you ever do improv in all your career? Have you ever done improv shit?
I do improv every day of my
Yeah,
life.
but you want to do it on
Have you
stage
done
in front of an
improv?
audience.
Every day I work, it's improv, dude.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Every day
I
I
would
work
love
is
to do an improv with you guys. That'd be funny as hell.
Yeah, well, you
He
want
won't-
to guest on my show? It's a nice place.
He
a great
won't
place.
show up on time, motherfucker. Like,
Well, if he doesn't show on time, then we don't do the, yeah.
Yes.
It's an improvisation. He doesn't show up.
What exactly do improv shows for black people start? Like, what time? What time do you fucking show up? Whenever the fuck... Get up, it, dude. You're always late.
What you're saying is, does he ever get to a gig on time? That's what you're asking.
He pulls the CPT card every time. He sits there and pulls
Only
it, and
when
he pulls
they're
it,
not
and he
paid.
pulls it.
CPT.
Only when they're not
they
paid.
pay.
Yeah, you show
I'm
me an
like
improv
a
group that's gonna
white
pay.
person. I'm there.
Oh,
15
by the way,
minutes
I
early.
pay. The actors get paid in my
except for
show.
the USS Midway, but I
Actors
understand.
get paid in my show.
Oh, really?
Don, are you listening?
Watch this.
Listening.
Right.
Actors get paid.
That's some funny shit, dude. That's some funny shit. We got some good stories here. I'm proud of you guys. Anyway, to wrap some shit up, the last time we did our broadcast, we were talking about France, and we were kind of in this mood of we got to get the fuck out.
What, you mean like sometime friends or friends that you always have?
France.
Yeah, friends. What, like fair weather friends or what? What kind of friends you talking about?
So we were talking about the fact that we're in the mode of getting the hell out of this country.
What does that have to do with friends?
France, Paris.
Can we just cut to the chase?
We're just gonna cut to the chase. And since that time,
Oh, you're just a little too proper,
My
bad.
life,
I thought you were saying friends. You're saying friends.
yes, I've said it very clear, Don.
But he said Fran.
How
He
many
didn't say
ears?
the C.
I thought you were saying, well, my friends.
I mean, both your ears are on me, and your eye ear is on me, and you
But-
still can't hear France.
But I'm not really interested in the subject.
Right. Anyway, the point is, life for me has gotten a little bit better in the past month, meaning my car. I figured out a problem with my car that I had had for 18 months. It wasn't running well, and it was getting me to the point where I was about ready to sell my business because I could not get this fucking thing to go.
When was this?
About the past couple months, it's been really hard.
You're talking about selling your car?
Well, the business.
The business. Well, that would go with the car was
The
going.
car is the cheap part.
Oh.
RentTheDeLorean.com is worth a lot of money because it makes just a bucket of cash.
So go on.
So anyway, I fixed it. I figured out something that was wrong. It is running beautifully now. I've been doing gigs and having no problem. So my idea of moving out of here because I can't stand this country is a little different. However, I will say, my kid is a big video gamer, right? And I'm like, dude, you can be a professional video gamer when you get older. They have that now. There was just a mass shooting at a video game tournament this morning. Yeah. Duh.
How many?
Motherfucker. Before I came out, it was 4 dead, 11 wounded.
Yeah, how many?
4 dead, 11 wounded.
Okay.
Fucking unbelievable.
At a football Madden tournament, and you're just like, Jesus fucking Christ, where are you safe? What is wrong with this country? Oh my God! So I'm kind of on again, off again of looking at New Zealand, looking at Sweden, looking at Europe.
I want to
places.
go to Sweden.
Sweden, eat my dick. What do you do? Will you stop with the goddamn? You're on Facebook. I'm telling you, man.
You know what? First of all of those like massive social media entities, wherever they are, they're always caught doing this. So you need to stop because I got 1,000 followers.
I have more.
Tell
than
them
you.
about my show.
I have more than you, and I'm still not on it.
I'm not telling them about anything right now. I'm just like posting kind of like pictures.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
I like you. I like the opportunist.
Yeah, okay.
I like this kind of opportunist. You was a different kind of opportunist a couple years ago. I didn't like as much.
Who, me?
But, yeah.
What did I do? Tell the truth. I'm a man. I can take
Okay,
it.
so-
I can take
Are we
anything.
finished yet?
Pretty much. So no, every time I talk to this dude, first of all, I talked to him, I liked him, we hung out, everything was good, and then I went to one of his parties, and these motherfuckers tried to sell me insurance, and I'm like,
Who?
That's what
Who
happens
did?
when you're being.
I can't say the name because she's a sweet lady with a nice husband, but
It's been
they
a
came
long
to
Sunday.
Oh, somebody in my
yeah,
my
this is
party.
and they pulled me aside and they tried to
Third
sell me
event
insurance,
of the day.
and I'm like, did you just
I've
ring
been
me
to
in to
3
sell
events
insurance?
today.
No.
And then the next time I talk to you, you're trying to sell me
So
Nerium
those of you
fucking products.
Well,
we're
it's
trying to
business.
decipher what
I
I'm
know,
saying.
I know.
You say it. And
Between this
and when
other conversation.
I'll stop talking
Yeah.
when you stopped interrupting.
But I finally went up to him
It
and I
should be
said,
interesting.
I like you, man. Don't ever talk to me about money.
See how I'm looking
Okay.
right in the
Right?
camera?
Yeah.
And you went, okay. And then he stopped
That's
talking to
the
me about
stuff
money.
you'll focus on.
No, that's not what you said. You actually said, well, can I have
Because
some?
everything else is uninteresting.
You're like, can I just have some?
Yeah.
Can you give me a couple?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
was,
leave now.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I
you
was,
might as well leave. You're playing on fucking Facebook the whole time.
Wow, now he pays attention. Did you see that?
You
thing?
think I wasn't paying attention? Anyway, this is already over.
Okay,
So.
well, I'll never talk to you about business again, except.
Where's my
Except-
hit
Just,
beacon?
Art, I love that.
yeah, okay.
I'll help you with that.
Yeah.
This was a full bottle.
Yeah.
Full
Jesus
hours
Christ,
ago.
Tom. Go get some
What
sleep.
is that? What is it?
I
Just
have
whiskey?
2 more. I have 3 more events to go
What the
to
fuck
right
are you doing now?
Because I made a promise
What's your promise?
to come to your podcast.
You're my. You hear this now? It's literally flesh and the fundamentals. Now he's doing me a fucking favor. Don't worry, man. Hey, now 3 more of these are
We
left.
had 12,
How
1
much
year's
time do we
worth.
have?
3 more will let it
How much
go.
time?
And
It's over.
because
It's
it's
over.
over. No, seriously. You can
There we
talk
go.
some-
When
I had a great
that,
story.
That red light will go
No,
off.
you got a great story. Tell
I
the
can't
story.
do it. I can't do it.
Well, yeah, that red light will go off and then it'll be over.
Okay.
I heard about you. You got the family comes over and swims.
Oh, yeah.
And
Very
that's
nice.
awesome.
Yeah, my kids are digging you.
Yeah.
That's very helpful, by the way.
What? Oh,
Well, because they're
yeah.
they're still learning, and it's very
It's a
nice.
pleasure to have
I think
you
that's awesome.
guys in my pool.
Thank you.
The only person who's in my pool is my grandson and myself sometimes. So it's beautiful to have.
No, it's
yeah.
unbelievable helpful when you're trying to teach kids so they don't lose the skill.
No,
Do you see how many
they-
memes I have about Donald Trump? I got
Flash and the fundamentals. 2 complete opposites solve the world.